Okay, today we're going to review observations a little bit and then get into inferences. An observation is any information collected with the senses. There's two types, quantitative and qualitative. Remember, quantitative are measurable or countable. So like 3 meters long, 4 marbles, 50 kilometers, 35 degrees. Those are all quantitative measurements, or quantitative observations. Qualitative are describable. So they describe something. They're not measurable. The red flowers is an example. Smells like fresh baked cookies. Taste bitter. Those are all examples of qualitative observations and are skills that help you describe scientific events. An inference is a conclusion or deduction or a statement or a claim based on the observations. The process of drawing a conclusion from given evidence. So if you look at your mystery footprints page on the side where it says practice, it says observations. Okay, the observations are that I hear people screaming. I smell cotton candy, popcorn, and hamburgers. I see a lot of people. I want you in the box to write an inference about what we have observed. Pause the video at this time so that you have time to write an inference. Okay, let's talk about the inference that you made. You may have thought that you were at an amusement park, okay, with all of those things, or at the fair. Okay, those would be good inferences. Okay, now we're moving on into the mystery footprints portion. You are going to be writing on the left side of the paper where it says observations. You're going to be writing in each, there's 3 different frames. We're looking at the first one right now. You're going to list 3 observations. Okay, they can be quantitative or qualitative, but they need to be 3 observations. And then you're going to make an inference about what you're looking at this time in frame 1. Okay, so go ahead and write down 3 observations about what you see in this picture right now. Okay, we're looking at 2 sets of animal tracks. Make an observation and an inference. Pause the video now so you have time to write. Okay, I'm moving on to frame 2. Now what do you think? Okay, make 3 observations, write them down on the paper, and then in the box that says frame 2, you're writing an inference, making an inference. And remember, your inference is not a prediction. It is what you see, making a statement about what you see in the picture. Pause the video so you have time to write down your observations and your inference. Okay, moving on to frame 3. What do you think now? Write 3 observations and make an inference about frame 3. Okay, so at this time you should have that side of the paper all filled out. I want you to fold the paper in half so that it makes a book. Okay, when you fold it in half, the part that you were just writing on should be on the inside. On the back side, it'll say glue this side down to your science notebook. That's the side I want you to glue down into your science notebook on page 9. Then, on the other side, the front side, you will see a couple paragraphs where you're having missing words there. There's a word bank that says qualitative, quantitative, observations, and inference. You are to read through those paragraphs and fill in the correct words. Okay, you are using each word only once. Okay, once again, this should be glued into page 9 of your ISN. Once you have that glued in, also, you need to write a conclusion. Okay, and that information is inside of the book, It says, conclusion, in your notebook, write 2 to 3 sentences about what you learned from mystery footprints. Okay, so please, underneath, on page 9, write a conclusion about what you learned from this activity. And again, if you have any questions, please come see me.